Woo! $70,000 in 1 month with print on demand products where you barely even had to touch inventory. That's pretty amazing, right? So today I'm joined by one of our newest ecom sales engine students, Rhonda Devon. I call her Rhonda Divine, right? And we're going to be talking about some of her explosive growth during the month of October. So that way you guys can get some insight and some nuggets on the things that helped her level up and get some ideas that you might be able to roll out for yourselves. So before we dive into all that, Rhonda, maybe tell us a little bit about your brand and what made you get started.
Sure. Yeah, last year, I've worked in corporate world for, over a decade and was kind of frustrated with my job. And I'm like, I really just need to get something going that gets me out of my job. So I like funny, snarky stuff, work jokes, memes. And so I thought I would throw up a store fourth quarter last year and just added some funny products, see if it worked. Had no idea. I was just like, give it a try, no risk with print on demand. And um, my sweatshirts, my ugly Christmas sweatshirts for office parties really took off, and like candles and just, funny gifts to give coworkers that were like shocking and snarky. And I think people really liked it, posted it on social media, and it just kind of took off from there. And so this year I was like, I really need to figure out how to get this going consistently, just not the holiday season.
Oh yeah. So yeah, talk to me a little bit about what you were struggling with before you joined this program.
Yeah, so my plan was this year was to I had a good fourth quarter last year, and then after that, because it was really based I'd created only holiday products, I was like, I need to figure out how to keep this going. And then after the holiday, I was so kind of stuck of where do I even start? Like, do I make a bunch of new products? How do I email these customers that bought before? Like, how do I get people to consistently come to my website? And I was so frustrated all year of how do I figure this out? I don't even know where to start that I never started. And then we got to September, October, and I was like, I need to hire someone, but who do I hire? Do I hire a marketing person? Do I hire someone to run ads? I don't know. And then, I ran across your ad that kind of put it all together, you need to do all these things and we can help you. And that's why I was like, okay, that's what I need.
Yeah, no, the information gap can be super expensive, right? And not necessarily just financially expensive, but just time, right? Time is the thing that
Mhm.
we can never get back, right? Time is the most limited asset that we as humans have, right? And part of what you do even at corporate snark is half of that stuff is just like, why am I spending time on this? Why are we doing that? Why do I have to do this? Why do I do like it's a culture. So, that's why I created a program like this one to help folks understand the most important things and understand how to sequence it, that type of stuff. So that way you guys can run operations that are lifestyle friendly. So
Yeah.
obviously, we were able to see a pretty healthy jump, right? Just within, the first month and a half of joining the program. So what made you go with, you mentioned a couple different other options there, agencies, marketing people, etc. What made you go with the ecom sales engine program versus all those other different options that you had?
So you guys had you set up a meeting to talk to me, kind of asked me same thing, what was I struggling with, and just the way you guys explained what you could do, and that was kind of my fear with if I just hire someone to run ads, is that really the problem? Because I had a low conversion rate too. So if am I just going to waste all this money? And the way that you explained it of you have to optimize your website so you're not just running traffic and wasting money, and you need to do your email follow up. That's going to add to your profits and just all these different things. If I would have just paid someone to run traffic, I would still be I would just probably be wasting that money because I didn't have all those other systems optimized.
Right. And there is an entire industry that is predatory like that. And a lot of folks that are watching this video right now know exactly what we're talking about. These folks that, the foreigners that'll DM you and offer to do stuff for cheap. and not be able to do it well. Then you have the domestic agencies that will charge you as much as you can put on a card every single month and not necessarily be able to generate the results. And either path still leaves you stuck as a business owner and an ineffective manager, because if you stop paying either angle, do you even have the ability to do it on your own or effectively replace that person? And if the answer is no, then, you know, we're not really in control of our business.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned something key there, and that's something that a lot of folks focus on. So a big part of your explosive growth, right, obviously you had some things, kind of go viral, and that led to a nice big spike in eyeballs. But traffic in and of itself isn't enough. And a lot of people focus on traffic, right? Getting eyeballs, whether it's from ads or from social media or SEO, but it's what we do with the traffic that really makes a difference to the long-term success of our business. And when I talk to folks about different phases, like phase one, profit optimization, which, that's some of the things that you've been able to implement. And what that does is that prepares you to extract more from your traffic. And you've had different, things go viral or do well for you before, but you've never seen it translate into sales and success like this before.
Yeah,
And
if you that first bump at the beginning of October, that went the same level as viral as the bump you see after October 21st. And like, so you can see it was a fraction because I made all those optimizations right before October 20th. And like I think it was 4 or 5 times what it was early October.
yeah, the magic of profit optimization, right? It's not magic, it really is just math. And knowing how to convert like something like that into something like that is all about that's what this whole game is about. And that's one of the big things I like folks to understand. And that's why I break down the program the way I do, where we focus on conversion optimization and average order value and things to help you sell more from traffic that you're already getting. Because if you're already getting traffic, well, golly, we can do more with it.
Yeah.
And then as we start to bolt on some of these additional things, that's when things get, really even more exciting. And you get an element of control that you haven't really had before. So, now that you've been in it for some time, what would you say is what do you like the most about the program?
I really just like the clear path, the roadmap of do this, do these things in order. Like, here's what you need to do, check the boxes off. That's really easy for me to follow because, like, that's why I didn't get anything done all year because I'm like, what do I do first? What's more important to like, and then I'm trying to work on 100 things at once. This way I can just, whatever's on the checklist, I'm going to work on that and then go on to the next thing. So that's been really good for me.
All right. Clarity translates into productivity, huh?
Yeah.
That's back to the corporate, right? When you give
Yeah.
someone clear goals and clear outcomes that you're looking for and how to do it, then you can coach and manage them to that. They have clarity on what they need to do. You have clarity on what they need to do. And now it's just about getting it in alignment. Right. So that's definitely that's why I structure things the way that I do. Right. So boom, we've been able to enjoy some virality. We've been able to, really start to beef up the program itself. And you mentioned that again, you like how things are really laid out step by step, the type of support that you get, right? What would you say to someone that is maybe on the fence about joining the ecom sales engine program?
Yeah, I think if you want to save time, like all these things you could figure out yourself, but like it would take so long. Like you guys have the knowledge of use this program because we know they have good support and we know it works. Like there's a lot of times I've tried like new apps and stuff and then mess around with it for a week to realize it doesn't do what I need it to do, or like the support sucks and I can't get it to work and then I got to go get another app. So just like having that knowledge to quickly implement these. And then like I just don't have time. Like I have a full-time job that I want to leave for this, but I have to work that now. So like I just don't have the time. Like if I would have found you guys sooner, like I would have signed up way sooner. Like you guys, as soon as you explained your process, I was like, okay, take my money. Like um so like I wish I would have found you guys earlier in the year, like because now here we are like fourth quarter and me frantically, implementing as much as I can. But it's really just like saving time and headache. Like just do it.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the recipe for you moving forward is going to be obviously building out some of the addition. Because again, folks, Rhonda's early on in the process. There's still additional phases. There's still things that we're adding. What you're seeing is just the fruits of phase one, and she's not alone, right? There have been a lot of folks who've been able to see nice level ups just from phase one of our implementation process. And as we bolt some more stuff on, right, what we want to do is one, we want to, here we have spike. We're not really in control of the spike, right? Now we've been able to get more out of it because of the things that we've done. But what we want to see now is we want to see some more consistency in just the amount of eyeballs, right? Getting more eyeballs so that way we can have a nice stable floor, seeing the same type of things that we have in place so that way we can be in control of that, right? Help deal with some of those fulfillment issues that you're running into when you see a big massive spike 20K in a day, right? It
Yeah.
sounds good. You got like you're watching this now and you're like, man, I'd love to have $20,000 in a day. I mean, yeah, but there's stuff
I
that
don't
comes,
know. Yeah, I need the systems for that, definitely.
right? There's fulfillment and stuff that comes along with all that. So making sure that we can have some stability there, so that way, you're even more prepared for it. And then getting this number here up, right? Now we're getting all these new customers that we've got coming in the door, and we want to be able to sell all these people stuff. And this is why I talk to people like yourself and people like that are watching this. Once you sell somebody one thing, it's not about just selling, right? And that's what I like about your brand. It's not like you're just trying to sell what's hot. You actually have an audience that you're talking to, and you can sell these people a lot more stuff. You only got to get them in the door one time. And there is so much opportunity to sell these folks a lot more. It's going to be, that's where a lot of your Q4 sales are going to come from. Is just like, oh, we just got you in the door. You got your order. You liked it. It was cool. Great. Come and buy some more stuff because you're already vibing with
Yeah.
our designs. So, as someone who has launched a very successful print on demand brand, right, focused on apparel, we've seen success that folks, in a lot of cases would dream about seeing. What type of tips or insight would you give to someone who is maybe launching a print on demand brand without giving too many specifics, right? But
Yeah.
like, some stuff for, new sellers that are looking to get ahead in this industry.
I think the biggest thing is just to start and not get so caught up on like having your website perfect or having the perfect mock-ups. Like last year, I was like, I did not have good mock-up. Like I just had the plain mock-up from Printify, the white background, not the greatest looking picture, just a template website, and just threw it up. And I was just want to see what works. And if you have unique things, and like you said, you vibe with people, they're going to buy it, like even if it's kind of ugly. Like, but now I know that they like it. And if we improve these things, make it look a little bit better, we can get, some more of those customers, lay it out better. But like in some of the groups I'm in, I just see so many people caught up in like, my logo needs to look better, or like my mock-ups aren't good enough, or like I need a new website design. And like, if you just focus on, something more unique, like connecting with, I think it doesn't matter as much, and then you can fix it later.
Yeah. No, that's I'm really glad that you touched on that. Right. Now, phase one, profit optimization is about leveling up your website and the ambiance and how we're structuring our product pages, messaging offers, etc. Right. But it really starts as far as just success and proof of concept. You said start with a person, right? When you created corporate snark, you had a person in mind. and
It was me. So it was like, it's easy.
right?
Yeah.
And you made stuff that that person would resonate with. Like for those of you that are selling, apparel, whether it's print on demand or whether you're, screen printing directly onto your own garments and apparel, it's not about throwing your logo on something and thinking people will buy your logo like your Nike. It's really about communicating with an identity. And that's probably one of the biggest success indicators when it comes to folks that are selling apparel is like, who are you creating designs for? Like, who is it? It's not about just throwing whatever you think might sell up. You want to be able, your goal is to get someone to raise their hand and say, yeah, oh, I get that. Oh my God. Yeah, that's me. You want them to feel something when they see you in their feed. If you can make someone feel something and you can tap into their identity, you can get them to buy and you can get them to buy more. Right. And that's the big difference between just selling stuff to try to make money and you try to sell whatever you think people are buying and making stuff for someone that will appreciate what you're creating. And then they'll look past a lot of stuff and you can get some wins on the board. And then when you start doing some of the stuff that we talk about, you know, opportunity, success is when opportunity meets preparation. Right. So super exciting. I'm really excited for you based on what I'm seeing here. I think that the month of November is going to be even more explosive for you. All right, we're definitely going to work on stabilizing how much traffic we're getting coming in. We're going to work on some things to get more stuff in your people's hands, and we're going to work on selling a lot more stuff to these customers that we got coming in. Right. So before we wrap up this case study, Rhonda, did you have anything else that you wanted to add or drop for the folks that are watching?
No, I mean, I think like if you're really serious about your store, like it's just like a no-brainer. Like you guys are so helpful. Like it's worth, the coaching investment. Like I made my money back like in 1 day and more. So
Yeah, that's where we like business, man, right?
yeah.
We love it. So then my final question for you would be, as someone who came in watching case study videos like this, and now sitting on the other side of the camera and being in a case study video like this for yourself, how does that feel?
It feels good. Like, that I was able just to do a few things and, make some things happen.
It's not magic.
Exciting.
Yeah. It's math, baby. So again, thank you, Rhonda, for hopping on and sharing some of your insight with us and those of you that are watching. All right. Again, there's opportunity. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to get started. And you got to remember that time is an asset that you'll never get back. Money comes, money goes. Time only goes in one direction. So invest it wisely, right? And then while you're at it, head on over to Corporate Snart so you can get some merch and, clown about some of these different day job and office life issues that we all, me, myself, I don't miss, but some of you guys are living every day and feel some type of way about it, right? Thank you guys for